Good evening, and welcome to Hanging with the Walkers. Here with my host and co-host, Rogers Walker. Good evening, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Hanging with the Walkers. As you can see, my host and co-host is here with me in the spirit. He may or may not call in tonight, but until then, it's just you and me and him in the spirit. So, welcome to another episode of Hanging with the Walkers. I am on this venture this month of May talking about A Mother's Love, Part 2. Hanging with the Walkers on a venture, A Mother's Love, Part 2. Praying safe travels and grace and mercy upon my husband. Traveling on the road. Again, the bills have to be paid. So we do what we have to do to make it work. That's the name of my first book. We can make it work. So at this point, we can make it work. While he is doing what he needs to do, I am doing what I need to do. And again, during this Mother's Day month, as I say all the time, Mother's Day is just not one day. Mother's Day is every day. Mother's Day, I should say, a relaxing day, should be every day, not necessarily to just set aside one day. But according to our calendar, the calendar says that it is one day, the second week, second Sunday of May. But I say that if you have one that is still yet among the living, I suggest celebrating them every day because you never know. Not necessarily you, it could be them, but either way, love on them, show them how much you love them, show them how much you appreciate them every day. So if there was ever an effort or anything ever went wrong, you can never say, I didn't show my mom love. Last week, we were supposed to hang out with my twin on last week, but he said he fell asleep. So, in order to redeem himself, he stayed awake tonight to hang out with us. So, if you hold on for a moment, I'm going to see if I can get him on. Good afternoon. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with on tonight?
Oh, this is Robert Mechanic.
Well, good. Well, hello. How are you? We got you. We got you.
Okay.
So I want to introduce to our Hanging with the Walkers family, my twin, Robert, aka Bob Mechanic, that decided to come on and spend a little time with us on tonight. I know it's a big thing, um, getting out of your regular routine, trying to do something that's like an impromptu. But he was kind enough to say yes. So he is on the line with us on tonight. And thank you so much, Katina, for helping me to get him on the line tonight because I'm by myself. And because I'm by myself, oh, let me just see if I can get the speaker off. Let me see if it'll do it. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, welcome to Hanging with the Walkers. How are you tonight?
It's real hot. It's summertime. But after 65 years, summertime is rolling. Gotta get used to it.
So you got to get used to it.
After, after 65 years, kind of get used to it.
Right. That's true. So I wanted to talk about tonight a mother's love. I wanted to share a little bit about, from a man's perspective, about a mother's love on tonight. And like you say, I know we are twins. I know we grew up in the same house together. I know um, we know one another quite well. Let me just read this before you start talking. I looked up on Wikipedia and with Google's help. And Google says a mother is a female parent of a child, a woman in authority, elderly woman, biological mother, could be a stepmother. Um, that mother is nurturing, loving, guidance for her child's growth, involved in deep sacrifices, selfless love, complete dedication, guidance, support. She's a role model, instill values, and create memories. I know that we had a really, really strong mother. That is one thing that was for sure. That led and guided us, uh, taught us right from wrong, let us know when we were wrong. Sorry, sorry. Let us know when we were right from wrong, and led us in the right direction. So, tell me what you think of when you think of a mother's love.
Well, first of all, it's nothing no greater than a mother's love, cause she'll go extra mile for you. She ain't gonna lead you wrong. And like I say, we had a strong Christian mother who brought us up in the church. So we knew right from wrong. She made sure of that.
Hmm.
She made sure of that. Yeah,
Yes.
because I remember when I used to go out to the club on Saturday night, and Mama would be in the kitchen singing and cooking. I call myself gonna stay home. She's like, well, you served the devil last night, but this morning you going to church,
Mm-hmm.
hanging over everything, hanging over everything. Cause you got baptized at an early age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I was like 8 or 9 years old when I got baptized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I from her, she just led me that way, and I just jumped up, went up and just joined the church. She didn't even know I was gonna do it, cause she never tried to force it on me. But she gonna take me to church, whether I want to or not, hanging over it all.
Mm-hmm. This what I want to see if you remember. You remember we were getting ready to join the church under J.J. James,
Yeah,
and you remember I went to the chair to join, and you said, "Come on, we gonna go together," and then you went back and left me up there by myself.
yeah. I went back again though another time.
Right, right. That's what a twin do for you, y'all. Tell me, come on, we going to do this together. And I'm crying and walking up to the front. When I looked around, he was nowhere to be found. I'm like, where are you? Oh my goodness, boy, I never forget that. I'll never forget that.
I was just I was a little bashful. I never had stood up in front of a bunch of people at church like that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little scared, I think.
Yeah.
But I knew it was the right thing to do
Mm-hmm.
in
Yeah.
order to make Mama proud.
Mm-hmm.
But I know every day of my life that she was living, she always told me she loved me.
Yep. That's it.
And I always prayed for her every time. It's her time to go in front of the church. To get on her knees and always hear her call my name,
Yep.
asking God to hold me there, keep me away from all that bad spirits. And it worked because I'm still here 65 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still here. And I still have the love for the Lord because it was brought up in me.
Mm-hmm.
It was brought up in me.
That's it. That's it.
You might, like Mama used to say, they might see you when you sin, but they don't never see you when you ask God to forgive you.
Hmm.
And every time you always forgive me. You always forgive me. You always forgive me.
That's true.
He kept me there.
That's it.
Yeah, even when I was in Germany, that's why I wasn't scared to get on the plane. Because I knew he had me.
Hmm.
And he continued to this day to hold me for my mother's love. We had to overcome. Mom was always there, praying. Always praying. When they just prayed, you couldn't even eat till we prayed.
That's it.
Then we used to have Bible study at home. We had to go to Sunday school, then church. Then 3 o'clock, we had to come back to BTU, Baptist Training Union.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, even you got in the choir, and I got on usher board.
Right.
And we always was in church, always. I remember all them nights they had revival. Boy, I just didn't want to go to a revival. I never liked it. I just never liked it. Night church. But it did me some good because I learned a lot at Sunday school.
Right.
That's where I got all my learning from. Because you can get up and ask questions. She used to be in there. I could just see her now. She just smiling when she see me get up and say something.
Mm-hmm.
She just smiling, digging me on. And then, our whole family was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her sisters, both my aunties were there with all their children. So we was like one big family. So I had to stop being shy because I was like, all these my people.
Mm-hmm.
All these people love me. All these people praying for me. And I overcame fear.
Mm-hmm.
Overcame the fear through that mother's love.
That's it.
Even to this day, I know the prayers she sung up still holding me right now.
Yep.
Still holding me right now. Still here. Help and scream. I can eat, I can sleep, I can work. So that's that same strength that came from my mama.
That's it.
Because we had a strong mama because she had to bring up 3 kids by herself.
That's it.
And she used to cry. And I said, Mama, why you crying? She said, I know how to tell these girls how to be a woman, but I don't know how to teach you how to be a man. So, we had uncles and cousins that used to look out for me. Used to tell me, don't do this is wrong, and all that. They kept me out the chain gang and out the graveyard. That mama's prayer. It was unconditional love. I don't care what you do wrong. I don't care what you do wrong. I don't care what you do right. She's still gonna love you.
That's it.
She ain't gonna never stop loving you.
That's it.
I can feel her love now. Mm-hmm. That's why I say, when you start doing your thing in the church, and you want to get up and minister, I think she got that from her mama.
That's it.
She got that from mama.
Yeah.
That's how mama brought us up.
Yeah.
It was a good thing, though. I mean, it wasn't never anything negative or derogatory or nothing. She just was a strong mother and a full-fledged Christian. She didn't play. She going to church. Mama got to be real sick. Got to go feeling real bad. But rain or shine, cold, it ain't make no difference. and put on the coat. But we had to go to church.
I remember
And
we she didn't have a car, but she get dressed and head out the door like we had transportation. And I was saying last week that you better not had not been behind her when she headed out that door to go to church. It could be one shoe, no shoes, both your shoes. But when she got ready to walk out that door, you better have been behind her when time come for us to go to church.
and people was a lot different cause like we never walked to church. Like somebody come get us
Every
as we was
time.
walking.
Every
And
time.
somebody always every time.
Every time.
And I know that was number God. And
That's
the
it.
people like the lady marching these three children out here. Let me give her a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give her a ride. Get a ride there and a ride back. We never walked to church.
That's it.
Never.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, Bible study and all that. That's what we had to do. She was a devout Christian.
I still laugh. It's day school, night school, Sunday school, Baptist training union, you name it. If it was church, we had to go.
Yeah, had to go. But we always had something. She gonna make sure we full, so we don't be home in church.
Right.
She'll cook. She'll cook Saturday night, so when we got out of church, we ain't got to do no more eating.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got to do no more eating.
You know, I shared last week how by the time we realized that we were considered as poor, we were graduating high school. We would go to the fruit grove and we have grits, eggs, bacon, sausage, cinnamon roll, toast, everything under the trees in the fruit grove. Whole meal in the grove, sitting up under the trees. And then met and had fun with our friends on our fruit grove bus called Coach 17. You remember that? The Love Train.
Wallace Loud.
Oh my God.
That was pain. That was pain. She wouldn't leave us home.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, she grind all them trees. They have to top all them trees. And we pick juice. I used to have to climb the tree and shake it down on the ground for y'all to pick it up.
Yeah. Man, you going way back there.
We made it. We sure made it.
Yeah, yes, we did.
We sure made it.
Yes. And things are different now than when we were back then. If you're just joining us, I am in Lullaby Land, on with my twin brother, Robert Mechanic, aka Bob, sharing about a mother's love from a man's point of view. I was just thinking about her being a single mom and trying to bring two kids through high school and graduation.
3 kids.
3, right? Because all 3 of us graduated. But I'm saying you and I were at the same time. We had a couple of years in between and graduation and our graduation. But she had 2 kids to bring up, 2 cap and gowns, 2 everything. Every time there was a responsibility in school, it was always 2 of us that she had to provide for.
Yeah.
And she still did.
Yeah, she showed up in school. One time she showed up, teacher told her I was in trouble. I was scared when I seen that. Oh, God. There go my mom. I had me showing up. Well, she just gave me that look. That was it.
Okay.
That was it.
That's that thing.
All us, yeah. She pushed us hard. Like, when we were 16, we was a senior because our birthday didn't come too late.
Exactly.
We graduated at 17, we 16. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all them grades, she was hard on academics.
Yes.
See, I didn't go to school. If y'all want to go to school, you going to learn. Got to bring that report card home.
Couldn't
They
fake
didn't
that
care.
like they do now. Change the
No.
grades.
She was happy. A, B, C. But you got a D. That's a no-no there. That's a no-no. Because that means you're dumb. You for this next day, you're going to have an F. You're going to slide back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I used to go to we used to go to summer school, and that gave us, you know, an egg up on the other students because we went to summer school.
And didn't have to go. We just went because it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, because you ain't nothing to do in the summertime. And then you be home. All that you're going to do is work you to death.
Right. So you go to summer school so you wouldn't have to work you to death.
Yeah, it was shit. I mean, go to school, you're going to have fun. And then, you know, it didn't last all day. Summer school didn't last all day.
Right.
You know, then you can get out and go home, have a good time. You know, play kickball. You can see that there. It was us saying, don't let that street light get you out the door.
Come on. See, they don't know nothing about that. Don't let
that street light. I don't want you out there as a dog. That street light, because all of them don't come on at the same time.
Right.
You can look down the road, see when the lights start coming on, you know the head on in there. You gonna be in there, or you gonna be coming up that sidewalk, going in there, because she gonna be right there looking.
Yep.
She right there looking. Right there looking.
Yeah.
Then first thing you got to do, now you got to take a bath before you eat.
Right.
You ain't gonna get nothing to eat till you take a bath. Yes. She was a split. She was a split, but that was a good thing, though.
Yes, I think so.
Like I said, kept me out the chain gang, got me still living. And she was proud of me when I joined the military.
Yes.
I don't know if she proud of me or part of that money I was sending every month. She got to check every month. I made sure I got a lot, man.
You would go there. You would go there.
And for y'all, I was like, man, I got to help my sister. I know they're struggling. Then when Mama told me, when you got pregnant with Sabrina, every morning, time Mama feed me, when we go to school, I had to bring it back up. I was sick every morning. And then when Mama explained to me what was going on, I was at ease, like to just stop. Like Mama just made it stop. But once she explained to me what was going on while I was getting sick, and then it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
It stopped.
Now, you know, I used to share that with, like when I was working OBGYN, I used to tell them that my twin carried my morning sickness and he had the pain and I didn't. Precious says she want to know. Precious says she, neat daughter, Precious says she want to know which twin got in trouble the most as a child.
Probably me.
Right. Good answer.
I was missing. Yeah, I stayed in this film. But I got punished for it. And I told her, I said, you know what? Mama, you ain't gonna beat me no more. Why? I said, because I ain't gonna get it that no more. I'm through. She broke out of that. She broke me out of that. I ain't never get in trouble no more.
Listen.
That was it.
I used to tell them about how I used to be following right behind you. Everywhere you went, I wanted to go. Here we was sneaking in the drive-through, the drive-in movies. How you gonna sneak in the drive-in and we take the speaker off the box and put it on the ground? Oh my
We
God.
just, just sit right there by somebody's car because they thinking.
Right, right.
We would just keep it there, so we always sat by somebody's car. Always.
Oh my God. It was
Always
always
something.
something. Always something. And Precious, what he did was he had the bicycle and I had the roller skates. And he said, hold on to the back of the bicycle. Hold on to the back of the bicycle. Don't let go now.
Yeah,
I'm like, you going too fast. You going too fast. And he hit a bump. I let the back of that bicycle go. Boy, I hit that ground. Boy, my mom was talking some kind of trash. Boy, I can't believe you let that child fall. I'm going to beat your so-and-so.
You let yourself fall.
Yeah, but I was trying to hold on, but you were going too fast.
Yeah, pull you. I was trying to pull you.
Yeah.
I was trying to pull you.
That's it.
You
That's it.
Mama used to always give me the money for us to stop by the store.
Right.
But when we get ready to go to school, and this is coming to the store mad. I'm going to give you the money fast enough. And then you went and told Mama. I got into it about that. I just let you told it because you the boy. You got on paying.
Right.
You ain't going to lose it.
Right.
Yeah, you ain't going to lose it. Because now you carry the money in my pocket.
Wow.
I just go in the store and buy what I want. Then I come give you your money.
Oh, really? Now you tell me. After all these years.
I go in the store first. Now you tell Mama, look at her. She always want to follow me. Everywhere I go, I say she want to follow back behind me, foot for foot, foot for foot. That's your sister. You gotta look out for her. And we go to the club. She always told me, watch them girls.
Yep.
Watch them girls. Like, and the end was the oldest, but she wanted me to watch y'all.
Yep.
If y'all leave in together, y'all better come back together. And we have to walk home together.
That's it. That's it. That's one thing she did for us. If you left home together, you better not come to their house and one or the other not with you. No, sir. That's it.
When you close at 2 o'clock, some kind of way, she gonna be up. When we come and say, like, she ain't going to bed. She'll get in the house.
Until
Once all of them get in the house,
that's it.
then she'll go lay down.
That's
she'll
it.
Go lay down.
That's it.
She'll go lay down.
That's it. Oh my goodness. Listen, I just know that beyond the shadow of a doubt, we had a strong mother. And she didn't play the radio. She did not play the radio. She was gonna make sure.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, she was gonna make sure you got it. She was gonna make sure you got the education. She was gonna make sure you looked out for one another. You didn't have an opportunity to be mad at one another. She didn't play that. And then how kids, yeah, you get a beating. Kid,
I got a beating.
Mm-hmm.
But hit the hand. I hit the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Bust her nose. And Mama beat me.
Right.
And was messing with me.
Sure did.
And I had to stay in the house. But she believes she's still gonna punish me. You gonna get a beating, but you can't go out the door. The beating wasn't bad. It's just got to stay in the house.
That's it.
Come straight from school and go in that room. That was the hard part. That beating went away.
And then she didn't play.
That punishment.
Right.
Man.
That punishment. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
But things are so different now. There's no kind of like punishment. You know, we are our kids' friends, you know, to try to get along with them. Sometimes we even compromise so that they won't have a temper tantrum. We'll compromise so that they won't show out. We'll compromise so that they, you know, will continue in school or do what it is they're supposed to do. And we knew that it was almost like tough love. Long time ago. If she cooked something,
all our friends come.
If
Yeah.
she
Big
cooked
Mouth
something,
Charlie.
it was on you.
Yeah.
You ate it
Yeah.
or you just didn't eat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember she made some uh bacon and she got some rice and scrambled it with eggs. I was like, man, grits. But you had to eat it or else. And I eat that to this day.
No,
I
you
still
don't.
do that
Well,
sometimes.
it's like Chinese food, because Chinese food have rice with eggs in it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shrimp fried rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your meat in there and everything. Yeah, have eggs.
She should have patented that, because she used to make that long time ago.
Yeah.
I still remember when she had that turtle. I didn't eat that. She can cook it all she want to. I just ate rice and gravy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
man,
seen
I
them
eat.
feet hanging out that pot. And she talking about what? It tastes just like chicken. Okay, that is not chicken with those fingernails hanging off the side of that pot like that. That is not chicken. I never seen a chicken foot look like that.
Yeah, I had to go clean them. And then she said, get the possum.
Oh
I
my
had to go out
God,
there
don't
and
start
burn
with
the
the
hair off
possum.
that possum.
Oh my God.
That was the greasiest thing, that possum. But it was good eating. Because me and her eat all that wild stuff.
All that wild stuff.
Yeah, we eat all that.
You remember,
Raccoon.
you remember the little that my little patient still didn't believe me. You remember the little red wagon you used to have? And man, you used to catch them robins. We used to fry, you fry them robins going down 12th Street selling robins.
Yeah, you catch them robins.
Oh my God. Had that hot grease. Had that hot grease in that cast iron frying pan. You remember that?
Yeah, yeah. You cook, clean them, you cook, and eat them.
Wow.
And eat them.
Boy, listen, the memories, the memories. And then here go a big one right here. Remember we were getting ready to go to work that Saturday, and we were on the bus with Wallace Lyles. And Mama seen that streaky leg turtle acting like Granny on Jed Clampett. She seen that streaky leg turtle going across the thing. She gonna stop the whole bus. Talking about, let me get that turtle so I can. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
She stopped the whole bus to get the turtle. He ran over the turtle, talking about, I'm gonna take him home and cook him. Oh my God, I'm like, wow.
You know, I still eat turtle to this day.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I eat turtle. I go fishing.
I heard that Tina talking about
turtle. I go fishing. I get salt shell turtle. Yeah. Eat all the meat and the shell. All the shell too.
Wow. Did I ever tell you about when Ann was living out there in Lakewood Park by me, and the little neighbor had the turtle, and he named the turtle Mikey. Mama come to visit on the weekends. I always noticed she go out the back door, with the lettuce, and throw the lettuce out. I said, Mama, the garbage right there. You throw it in there. She say, no, that's fine. The garbage right there. I'm gonna throw it in the bag. Well, Mama did that for weeks. And then she came to visit that weekend, and she said, well, I'm going back across with Ann, and I see you in church Sunday. Later on that evening, I heard the little boy just cry, Maggie. Every time I think about that, Mama had done took the neighbor turtle and took that turtle home and cooked the neighbor's son turtle. I could not believe that. I told Ann about that thing. She said, Mama did not. I said, yes, she did. She fed that turtle until that turtle was healthy, and that thing had done grown. And next thing I know, she had done thrown it in the trunk of that car and took that turtle back into town. And that's what she had for dinner that night. Oh my God, I was so embarrassed. I told the lady, I said, I don't know what happened to your turtle. Said myself, that turtle in the trunk of the car, going back with my mom.
I did the same thing.
I couldn't believe that.
After the hurricane had hit, and we was doing a lot of roof. I was working for Lowe's, and the lady had some turtles out there, big old turtles, gopher turtles. And when we got ready to go, I put them on the back of the truck. Lady come out the door with the lettuce, calling the turtle. And that turtle went to shaking, rattling them cans back there in the back of the truck. I said, oh, yeah, there's two of them. Say one of them missing. They stay right there.
Wow.
And she walked all around the house. And I took that turtle off the back of the truck and laid it down. I went to turtle on. Here you go, right here. I was going to the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Precious say there's some good eating. Put some hot sauce on it.
Yeah, it's good.
Lord Jesus, you know Tina.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tina remember that how y'all used to skin them goats over the Glory Jean house.
Yeah, goat. Yeah.
Dig that hole.
Yeah,
and what was it? What y'all used to put in the hole? Was that the goat in the hole?
Yeah, the goat.
Wow.
That was before my time.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we used to, and then we take the goat and wrap it up in aluminum foil and put it right in the fire.
Wow.
And eat them. Eat them.
Listen, you don't even know half of what Aunt Bessie was feeding y'all when we were coming up.
Right.
Aunt Bessie just tell you to come on in the house with them big cafeteria pots. I don't know what it was about our family. Everybody house that you went to had cafeteria pots. We got them cute little pots now, T-Fall and Vision Ware and them little cute little pots now. Not back then. Everybody had them big cafeteria pots. So whenever you went to anybody's house, you had a mouthful. You always, I'm talking about always had something to eat. I don't care who house you went to. Louis' house with Aunt Bessie, my mama's house, Shirley and them house, it didn't matter. Every house you went to had big pots of food because they never knew who was coming by. And even our friends, after they graduated from college, they were still coming to my mama's house to eat when they came home to visit because they knew she was going to have some food ready. That's how we was raised.
Yeah, see, everybody had a large family, but us and Louise had 3 children. Mama had 3. But everybody else, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even Aunt Julia had 22. It was a large family. We don't know what had a
see, he
family.
said 23. He said 22. I said 26.
Right. Natalie said 21.
Right, exactly. But I thought it was 26, so she had 13. And then she stopped like a year and a half. And then she started back over again. Did we just?
I know she had twins. I think she had 2 or 3.
She had 3 sets of twins. Mary and Martha, Esau and Jacob, and I forgot what the other twins, but she had 3 sets of twins.
Yeah.
I think somebody just chimed in. Good evening. You're calling in to hang with the Walkers.
Somebody did call in.
Did you want to say something? Okay, I know somebody chimed in.
Yeah, somebody did chime in.
I heard that little bell.
Mm-hmm. The little bell lets us know somebody's on the line. Whenever. Exactly. If you want to say something, let me know. If not, but we're so grateful and thankful that I finally got a chance to hang out with my twin brother on Hanging with the Walkers, and what an awesome time talking about a mother's love. Sometimes during the year, sometimes when Mother's Day comes, sometimes we call one another, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's so emotional until, he'll text Happy Mother's Day or something like that. But sometimes it's so emotional that you can't really talk about it or talk to one another. And my sister was the same way. She just, she'll just say, you know what, this ain't the year. and we didn't call one another. I just see her later on, because it was so sensitive. Because it was such a great loss to us, because all of us were so close. It was just three of us, but she was just that kind of mom. She was just a friend to everybody, all of our friends. They it didn't matter to them whether or not they visited us. If she was home, they were satisfied. It ain't make no difference if they talked to us or not. When they got to the house, they just talked to my mom. And then I never remember Brenda Cooper. She was sharing with me that she worked at the turnpike, and she was nervous about working by herself in the little toll booth. And she said every night I could call your mom. So sometimes she'd be asleep on the phone, but she stayed on that phone so that I would feel comfortable and I would feel safe while I was working. Every time I worked that shift, she said your mom was on the phone with me. I'm like, wow. So that's the kind of mother she was. That's how we were raised. Now, what advice would you give to sons in this day and age that still have a mother, Bob?
Just honor that mother and cherish that love, because when it's gone, it's gonna be a dip in this. Mama been gone since 1999.
Yep.
July the 3rd, 3:20 p.m. and it's just a fresh in my mind right now. That's why it's so emotional on Mother's Day, because I was just used to going up to McManus, getting her breakfast, bring her some flowers, give her some money, but I ain't got that no more.
Right. That's it.
And you'll miss it. Like her birthday, September 6th. Dear Mama, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Christmas holidays, rough Christmas and Thanksgiving, used to go into her house, eat. Go into her house, eat.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing. All that food. And she can cook.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I remember
yes, Lord.
also when the boys used to be out there in the road, we used to be playing because the road was dirt. We got to playing kickball and football. She'll make me come in the house. And I'm like, Mama, it ain't dog yet. No, I want you to help me cook. I got to get all in there and get the pots. And I used to think she was punishing me. But she sat me down and told me, say, one day you're going to have a wife, and I don't want you jumping on her because she won't cook for you. So I'm going to show you how to cook. And I use that to this day. Even Melissa, me cooking for her. You going to cook this? You going to cook that?
Well, the good part about it is you and Ann stayed in the kitchen. Boy, all I did was I was trying to eat. I wasn't trying to learn how to cook.
Yes, man.
I was just yep. Cook and clean the house.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I always tell me, don't let the sun get you on your back. My Bernice used to get and come get me up early Saturday morning.
Oh my goodness.
I want to stay out. Yeah, I ain't want to do that. I ain't want to do that. Had to rake the yard and all that, cut hedges. That was a rough.
Listen.
Everybody in the house looking at cartoons. I'm out there working like a slave.
That's it. I remember on them like on the summertime, everybody else, if we wasn't going to the Grove to work, she took the screens out. You remember that? Take all the racks out the oven. You had to clean screens.
That's why I went to school.
Scrub.
Mom. Hang out clothes.
That's it. That's it. That was our
Yeah.
summertime.
Had a rub bowl, a number 2-foot tub.
Mm-hmm. You remember the
That thing like that though.
you remember the one that we used to have to feed the clothes through?
Yeah, the Wrangler.
Right,
That's
right.
a Wrangler. One machine ain't spinning.
Come on now.
You got to stick it through there. She showed me how to wash clothes, how to separate, and all those things that she did come in hand in that. Because I wash clothes,
That's it.
hang them up, and everything to this day.
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
That's it.
Even when I was there by myself, I was able to cook, clean,
That's it.
wash. I do all that. I do all that. Before I just go to the I got a wash machine. I used to have to go to the wash out. And the ladies used to be looking at me to see me in there looking and cooking. I mean, washing, drying, and folding up my clothes. So you say, that's a good man there. He wash it all his clothes. I wash her clothes and hang them up.
Well, Fish didn't have to worry about nothing because you had done cooked and cleaned. You beat her home. The house we clean, you be done cooked and put up the clothes and everything by the time she got there.
Yeah, she used to brag on it.
Yep.
You go on a job. Plain job she on now. Been out there all the years. And you can be bragging to the women out there. I ain't got to worry about that.
Somebody just clicked in and Pastor Barbara.
Okay, good afternoon. You're calling in to Hanging with the Walkers. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with? I guess they should embarrassed to say something. Well, thank you for tapping in with us on tonight. I have the pleasure and distinct honor of hanging out with my twin brother, Robert Mechanic, aka Bob, talking about a mother's love from a man's perspective. It's just something about that being groomed. You know, they always say that a woman can't raise a man because of the things, the qualities, the teaching that the man needs to bestow into his son. But the good part about it is, as you said, she was a strong, independent Black woman. And she realized that she couldn't teach him the man thing, but she taught him everything she knew about work, about value, about consistency, about cleanliness is next to godliness, how to cook, you know, how to be responsible, you know, for himself, you know, before he went to the military and everything. But she shared knowledge that still is with us even today. She didn't try to be a man. Was she hard? I can say yes. Was she firm? Yes, but we appreciated that we didn't have, you know, babies screwed all over from, you know, one to the other. All of us, you know, graduated, had effective careers. My brother was into architecture and drafting. But I remember when you say, ain't nobody gonna tell you how to do your job when I know how to do it. I never forget that. I never forget that when you were doing drafting. Like, you would not be trying to tell me what to do. I ain't got to do this. There's other things that I can do. Boy, I laughed about that for a while.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right. That's it. That's it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Talking about eggs. I thought you were talking about eggs.
Right, back then.
Tell me,
back then.
how to, you know, learn to do more than one thing in case one job puts you down, you can go do something else. And I got several things I can do, you know, to make money. And the main thing was, you steal me. Don't steal. So I come and get you out of jail for anything except stealing.
I remember that.
So, I don't think I'm letting the judge do. Give me 10 minutes with it. And he ain't gonna steal no more. So I'm coming right in the courthouse. I'm coming right in there.
You remember she got put out the basketball game because the boy pushed you too hard, elbowed you during the basketball
Yeah.
game, and she was coming out the stand talking about you ain't
Yeah.
gonna push my son like that.
Yeah. Oh, hard foul. Yeah, he hit me hard.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, see, all that when I played football, she's always gonna be coming.
Yep.
She'll come to
That's
the game.
it. That's it. That's it. Talking about they ain't gotta hit him like that. That don't make no sense. They running behind him as it is, and then they just gonna tackle him like that. They ain't got to hit him like that. I said, Mama, it's called football. She was something
very
else.
protected.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very protected.
Yes.
Yeah. Anytime something happened at school, I can look there and she there. She there.
That's it.
Anytime. Any kind of activities at school, she supports you 100%. And that's another thing made you stronger and you want to succeed.
That's true.
Because I didn't want to hurt my mama.
That's it. That's a mouthful right there. That's it right there.
So that kept me on the street. And now, because I didn't want to hurt my mama.
That respect. Oh, my God.
Be my friend. Be mama be crying and going on about them. And that's the first thing they compare to me. And now Bob don't do that.
Right.
Bob don't do that. Bob won't go out there getting all that trouble and all that there. Bob don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga was stealing, breaking all the people.
Breaking in. Sure did. So Precious had a question. She said, do you think the current generation is lacking due to not having old school leadership, such as Aunt Burnett?
Well, yes, because what's going on now, they took prayer, the main thing, and book, because we used to get licked. And that kept you straight in school.
Yeah.
And it made you a better person. Because you ain't want that whooping. You ain't want them licks. I got them licks one time. Twice. One time because you made us late for school.
Whatever.
One block away.
Whatever.
Mama on that. You go to me, Mama used to tell you, come on, I didn't look at Bob and got up. He ready. I mean, ready to go to school. I said, come on, man. And we all came late 3 times. We got a beat. I didn't like it when he put you. I was able to take mine.
Right.
Me too, that bothered me. That bothered. Years later, I seen Mr. Strong, and I told him about it.
Did you really?
So you still remember that? Yeah. Before he died, yeah. Years later, I seen him.
Wow.
Yeah. You say, but did it help? I said, not at the time.
Exactly.
But now, growing up and being a man, you had to do what you had to do. And I had to quit doing what I was doing. Kicking them girls' dish, pulling their hair. All that.
And they used to use like real tires. That was a strap long time ago.
Yeah.
Tire rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama used that iron cord or belt or whatever she get her hand on her shoe.
Remember them Australian switches in the back of the house?
Yeah. You gonna tell me to go out there, you can switch. I got the smaller one I see. Mama got that machete and went out there. And I wish I would have bought a big one because that one she got out
there,
she was gonna kill me. I thought she was gonna kill me. I thought she was gonna kill me. But all of them strong, even that Rita raised them children by herself.
Yes, sir.
She raised them children by herself.
Listen, kids don't know discipline like they did back then. I know that was I can't say it on the TV on the book because I don't want them to ban my channel. But some of the way they were being disciplined, I know that was the A word that we can't say, so I won't get banned.
Yeah, man.
They believed in hardcore discipline. Yes, they did.
Yeah. That's how so many of them get in trouble. See, then if they go to school and say that mama beat me or they're like something wrong, now they bring themselves all this.
Yes.
Want to take your children.
Yes, that's it.
But then when they act up, now you want to lock them up.
That's it.
And you want to let me discipline you.
That's it. Because they used to let you.
got to raise them.
They used to let you go in the schoolhouse and do it. Now they don't do it. Now they'll put you in jail.
Yeah. Ain't no court. But to me, it's hurting them. That's how you see them children get the gun and go all up and just shoot everybody in the school.
Yep, that's true.
That didn't happen back then.
No, it didn't.
Because you know not to mess with that gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know not to mess with that gun.
You know, Mama had
No,
these.
that's a beat.
Mama had this facial expression. She was an usher in church. And if you were doing something, you ain't have no business. She had these eyes in her head, and those eyes felt like they were burning holes in your soul. And
I
you,
like that too.
oh my God, you knew you were in trouble. She had to beat you. She just looked at you, and the fear of God fell over you because you knew that if she got her hands on you, and then Bernice would be the one that pinch you. She'll tell you to come in, just grab your meat and just pinch it and just turn it. Tears be coming out your eyes.
She ain't
Woo!
bleeding that.
Honey Bessie, them was the pinchers in the family.
They get up on them arms.
Woo, my God. That was something else.
Get on them arms too.
Oh,
Because the chin under there, see you tender there.
that's it.
It's tender.
I'm having flashbacks right now.
Right.
Yeah, her mama was telling me. But I used to think she gonna beat me. I have on 2 pair of pants.
Right. I remember that.
Short pants. I pull them up, put on them jeans.
Yeah.
Y'all about, I ain't beating my clothes. Take them off.
Right.
I ain't nothing but my underwear. Oh, you slick. You got on 2 pair of pants. Yeah, I had to put some toilet paper in them too.
Trying to pad.
Yeah, I told her, I want all the toilet paper on. You got it in. I didn't want that beat.
Oh my
Like I
God.
said, I told her she wasn't gonna beat me no more. I said, you ain't gonna beat me no more.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? I said, I ain't gonna do nothing no more. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I learned my lesson.
That dated this. Yeah, that dated this.
That's it. Oh my goodness.
That dated this.
I still say those were good
Mama,
times. You know, we had the mulberry trees that we used to climb and eat. We had the cherry trees we used to pick the worms out of and eat shit.
Guavas, guavas.
Boy, some of them things. Oh, how we gonna pick the worms out the cherry and still eat them?
Yeah.
We did it.
I got a meeting about that mulberry tree. But she told me don't go to that mulberry tree with my school clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
I got a meeting for that.
Yep.
And she come out. You been in that mulberry tree? No ma'am, mama. No ma'am. If you tell me the truth, I ain't gonna beat you. No ma'am, mama. Took me to the bathroom. She showed me the stains and made me hold my hand up. You see the stains in my hand. I got a beat for that.
Hmm.
And from then on, she learned me to always tell the truth, and you might don't get no beat. But if you lie,
Oh, it's on.
she gonna put you on it. Then she beat you, and she'll sit on the bed and come out, how much she loves you.
And it hurt her
Smoke a
more than it hurt
cigarette.
you.
Smoke a cigarette. And she get that second win that she would have beat you again. I'm like, man, yeah.
Yeah. Jakeem say the only one he don't remember, say he don't remember Aunt Bernice. Aunt Bernice did not play the radio. Aunt Bernice will work all the meanness and selfishness out of you. That's the house they sent you to when you get in trouble. She had you washing, mopping, taking out the trash. She worked the fool out you. She had to beat you. She worked you from sun up to sundown. And you be saying to yourself, I ain't missing school. Say it again.
Don't forget Aunt Jessie.
Oh, don't even talk about Aunt Jessie. Don't even talk about it. They will work you to death. I ain't never seen them in the clothes in my life. Where you get all them clothes from that we started washing and putting on the line, and you got to bring it back in? Because Aunt Bernice was always, kind of sickly. So she didn't do the beating thing. Uncle JC used to do the chastising. But all you knew is when she say go to Aunt Jessie's house or go to Aunt Bernice's house, you start crying then because you already know you ain't gonna take now break. She'll fix you a sandwich around lunchtime, and then she said, "Let's go." And then here you go again, pulling sheets and mattresses and pads, and go to the laundromat and dop all them people machines with all her clothes and stuff. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, it was something else.
Mama had a saying. Every time when she beat me, better roll or the child.
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
What's going on now. That's what's going on now.
That's it.
The rod, and they spoiling the child.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Because you got to teach them right from wrong. You got to teach them right from wrong.
And Aunt Retha, we know Aunt Retha was just mean. I think she used to eat hot sauce. She was so mean. She was meaner than a junkyard dog. Aunt Retha did not play the radio. And again, a whole lot of stuff I can't even say on Facebook because I don't want them to cut my video. Oh God. But let me tell you, catch me off the book. I can tell you a thing or two about my auntie.
But she'll bring that food.
She'll do it. She'll do it.
You go buy that food and bring it to the house.
Yep.
All the snacks and stuff. She'll do that.
Take it where you want to go. Park up on them curbstones. Get out like she done park the car perfect. 2 tires parked up on the curbstone. She get out and shut the door. Mama said, "Will you look at that mess?" Said, "Retha, don't you see how you park time? What's wrong with the way I'm parked?" She said, "You're on the curbstone. It'll be all right. I'm out the road." I'm like, Lord, have mercy. That was the upbringing. That's it.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it was just showing you same thing you hear. You see it all the time. But it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
The more people, anytime they see me doing something, God, I'm going to tell Bernadette.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Oh, I'm going to tell Bernadette. God, that's another woofing right there. I know you ain't calling them no lie. No, ma'am, mama. No, ma'am, mama. Oh, man. I ain't gonna beat you this time because you told me the truth.
Right, exactly.
But I thought they were gonna work all the time. I told the truth, but still gotta be one time. Still beat. But like I said, it made me a better man.
Well, Peaches didn't get into a whole lot of trouble. I've been calling her Precious all night long. She told me my name Peaches. Peaches didn't get in a whole lot of trouble because Peaches was Mama called her birthday present, and Peaches was a little bitty pretty baby. So they ain't fight, they ain't fuss, they ain't try to get in no trouble with her. They just passed her around from one to the other because she's so pretty. She looked like a little doll. So they ain't try to beat and bruise her. But the rest of them caught it, boy. The rest of them caught it. Bruises under their arm from the pinches.
You know, all mama nieces nephew, every time they get something, they come to mama. They
Sure
come to
did.
mama.
Sure did. Sure did. You always got that one auntie that, regardless of the fact, that's what they coming at. If they come to town, that's what they coming at.
They come to mama.
They coming.
I gotta go see Aunt Bernadette.
That's it.
Go see Aunt Bernadette.
Before they leave, they coming.
Yeah, cause see, what they love, see, mama was the last one in her family to have kids.
Right, exactly.
Because you gotta look, mama was 38 years old when me and you were born.
So she had Ann at 33, and then I thought it was 33 with Ann and 36 with us.
Well, it could have been that because her birthday come in September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was 36 and 38. I gotta look at my birth certificate though.
Yep, I think it was 33 with Ann, and then 36 had twins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, after a while, the numbers go to running together. Yeah, but I think it's a 33 and 36.
And she used to tell me I was here all the time. When you get older, you get wiser.
Yeah.
And I see that. She used to didn't want us to go out. When we got ready, we went to work and threw our birthday party to the house.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Started in December.
Mm-hmm.
Started December and go all the way to January.
That's it. And still do it today.
Yeah.
Still do it today. Celebrate to January 1st. We went to work, picked fruit, made the money, bought our own stuff for our birthday party. We do just what Peaches do right now. Do the decorating, buy all the food, cook it, set it up, and we had block parties. Whenever we had a party, we had block parties. Everybody from round the way came to our parties. We shut down streets when we had parties. No fighting, none of that. No stealing out your house, toting your stuff out. None of that. Only thing they carried out was that food.
But I mean, it was respectful. Then we had it that Saturday night. Just Sunday. Just doing what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Mama used to spike that punch.
You remember that?
Yeah, she used to spike the punch with a look.
Sangria.
Yeah.
Yeah, sangria. It didn't make them too crazy, did it?
Now had that boom fall, strawberry hill wine.
Yeah. They call it Kool-Aid now.
Yeah, she gonna sit right there though. She gonna sit right there. She watching everything.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get out the way. You know, Baby Jean had gave it old pearl-handed 38, so she had some in her pocketbook. Oh, and at least they kept a pussy.
They didn't.
They kept a pussy.
Yeah, they ain't play now. That's one thing for sure.
Yeah, had a pussy in the pocketbook. And go right to church to serve God. We got that pussy in the pocketbook.
So what she would have been about 91 now? How old she would have been? She born in 26, right?
Yeah, because when she was 72, when she died.
Right. So I think she would have been about 91 by now.
Yeah, she died in 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What year was she born in?
I think 26.
She would be 99.
99?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Dang, really? Is that right? 26?
I'm 20. I just did
The year she was born. Yeah, the year she was born.
I think it's 26. Ann used to tell me I mess it up every year. She's talking about, don't try to get nobody. Oh, 99. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they the Peaches, they packing heat in church now. You don't go in They say praise the Lord, thank you Jesus, but they hold that pocketbook real close to them. They don't play the radio, boy.
Oh yeah. They just don't, I think a lot of times they just ain't realizing they going to church, or they keep it in the pocketbook, and they just grab the pocketbook and go to church. They ain't really realizing that it's in there.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
They wasn't doing that to go start no trouble in there.
So listen, so now for the new generation young men, what should their first priority be? Congratulations to all the graduates that have graduated, in our family and other families. Congratulations to all of them. So now that they've graduated high school, what do you think their first priority should be now, Bob? Now that they're out?
Higher education.
Mm-hmm.
Higher education, or you just do like I did, just go to the military, but do something with your life.
Mm-hmm.
And always thank your mama. Always thank your mama for helping you.
That's it.
Because that's the backbone. That's the backbone, because the dad is go out and work, but the mamas run their house.
Mm-hmm.
Mamas, but now, both parents have to work with this economy here. If both of y'all ain't got a job, y'all gonna starve it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially if you got some kids.
That thing's so real.
Yeah.
Because everything
they
happens.
ought to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with this guy here, who we got here now, this clown, Donald Trump.
He trying to get me shut down, y'all. I told him to behave.
Right. They put all these tariffs on everything, making everything go up.
Listen, we finna be censored now. Beep, 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 beep.
But it's the truth. That's what he doing.
Yep.
That's what he doing.
Listen, I just know it's been a long time coming. I've been trying to get my twin to come hang out with me on Hanging with the Walkers for a while. And Tanisha, make sure you tell your dad that Bob really was on the line tonight, hanging out with me. I had announced last week that he was going to hang out with me, and due to certain circumstances beyond his control, he couldn't make it on last week, but he is on tonight. And I promise you, the generations that came before us, we are grateful and thankful for how they led the way for us, how they taught us to go to church, how they taught us to carry ourselves, how they taught us to trust God in everything that we do, to put God first in everything, give him credit for everything we do. Regardless if we fall off the wall, if we fall off the wagon or not, we still know that we can tell God, thank you for where he brought us to. It's not because we don't know better, just life. What they say, life be lifing, that cause us to make decisions and go in directions that we're going in. So it's not that we didn't know better. It's not that they didn't teach us better. We know. And then we are responsible for the generation that's coming behind us. And as I said in my new book that I'm writing, My Broken Pieces, what do we teach our kids in our living? What do we teach our kids in our growing? What do we show them about rejection? What do we teach them about the word no? What do we teach them about being able to sail through a storm? It may not be a storm. It could just be a little light wind, a little light rain in our life, but it felt like a storm. It felt like a hurricane. It felt like a tornado. What do we teach our kids in how to go through in this new age, in the new stuff that's going on? And we're doing it by how we live, how we carry ourselves, how we accept things, how we don't accept things, how we reject things, how we receive things into our spirit. It makes a difference because they're watching our lives. Yeah, we made some mistakes. Yeah, we bumped our head, but it still matters. And we try to communicate, try to tell you, don't do as you see me do as I teach you to do. And I think that's always the hardest thing. Well, daddy, you do it, mama, you do it. But I'm telling you, I'm trying to teach you the right way. I may do it, but don't you do it. It's hard for the kids to accept that. They can't accept rejection. can't accept denial. And don't forget, we try so hard to give them more than what we had. And as Bob said earlier, we forget the structure, we forget the discipline, we forget to teach them, we forget to chastise them because we spend so much time trying to uh, uh, um, give them more than what we had. And then sometimes we lose them in the turn because then they feel as if you got to give them. Or I saw this boy, young man, he took his daddy to court. He told his daddy, he said, you told me that if I graduated from high school, what you were going to do for me. And I feel like you owe me. So I'm suing you. And the electric car that you bought me, you know, it was a Tesla. The electric car that you bought me was not enough. I feel like you owe me more money because I graduated from high school. Wow. And the judge let him know he did you a favor by encouraging you to finish school. He did you a favor. Now, what you do after you're out is on you. But he took his daddy to court and tried to sue him. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Oh my goodness. Listen, I know you all missed the first part of the video, first part of the Facebook Live, but go back and listen to my interview with my special honeydew, my twin, my first love, Robert Mechanic, aka Bob. We were so tight and close to wherever we went. You know, we used to go hang out together. And I was right behind my brother, and they thought I was his girlfriend. So he used to say, get off me, go back over there somewhere, because you knocking my hustle. They think me and you going together. But we went everywhere together, did everything together. So like I said, I appreciate him for, I know this is like a sacrifice to him because, you know, we be in the bed by 8 o'clock. You know, we just going to tell it all. But he stayed up to hang out with us tonight, to share knowledge from a man's point of view about a mother's love and the importance of a mother figure in your life. No, a woman can't raise a man, but she can share some important values that can take you a long way. Now, any last words or anything for our audience before we go?
Always put God first.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where you can go wrong.
That's it.
There's no way you can go wrong.
That's it.
If you do that, you'll live a long and prosperous life.
Mm-hmm.
Long and prosperous life. Because it was a struggle making it 65. But I didn't fall off by the wayside because the script, it teach you. And the Holy Spirit, my mama let me know because she told me I just didn't want to go to church today. I'm not punishing you. I just want you to get to know the Lord for yourself. Because you know you got a way back no matter what you're going through. You know you can do that. And the guy was trying to want to get me. The lieutenant. And I prayed. Now I got more now than I had then.
That's it.
Because that prayer.
That's it. Well,
nice apartment, new furniture, big old backyard.
Got a backyard. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, Peaches wants you to know you made the show tonight, and she said kudos to you. And Jakeem said he wants you to know he love you.
Okay, then.
And
I love them too.
And she told me don't give you none of my money when you go to the store because you don't share.
Okay.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing with our audience tonight, sharing knowledge from the man's point of view about a mother's love on tonight during this Mother's Day season. It made my day, made my night, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. Okay, then. You know
Well,
what time it is for me.
oh yes, I do. I know you're already late. You're already late.
I was in the bed when you called. I get in the bed early. But I wake up early though.
Right, right. Because you up what time? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you're about.
Yep. I'm gonna say this.
But I'll be home.
Right, right. Exactly, exactly. I'm gonna say this before you hang up. I was telling Jakeem, I say that was one of the hardest working men I knew. I say he always had a hustle. He always made sure that he provided for his kids. He bought diapers, he bought milk, he bought clothes, whole lot of stuff that that you never seen, that you never really heard about. Making sacrifices. Trying to connect with them, trying to keep up with them. One or two of them live with us. That kind of thing. So he was always like that. You didn't see it, but he was working. You didn't, he wasn't bragging about what I'm doing or what I got. He had cars, he had trucks, but he'll park his car and park his truck and ride his bicycle. Because then if he rode his bicycle, you didn't know where he was, because you'd be looking for his car and he on his bicycle. So he was always low key, always dressed nice, always provided. Always made sure that whoever you were around respected you as a woman. He did that. Yes, he did. So thank you.
All right, then.
All right. Know that I love you.
I love you more.
Okay.
Y'all have a nice night.
You too.
All right.
Oh my goodness, you just heard it here live. Robert and Barbara Mechanic hanging out. I'm hanging with the Walkers. So I got to go before I fall apart.
Right.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So Roger won't be picking at me. So have an awesome night, and know that I love you, and truly there's nothing you can do about it. Meet us back here tomorrow, 5:30 to 6 for our prayer birthing room, and then 6 p.m. community Bible study. And hey, I'm gonna do something that the devil never done for you. I'm gonna leave you. Have an awesome night. Love you. Peace.